Now on 4 News Now, Catholics are celebrating the selection of a new pope, how local church leaders are reacting, and why it's not just his American roots, but his remarkable journey of faith that's inspiring millions across the globe.
Get ready for even warmer weather on the way and enjoy it while it lasts. I'll show you when you can expect a big change in our weather pattern in the First Alert forecast.
That's enough fentanyl to kill almost everyone in Spokane.
A massive drug operation shut down. How many people are facing charges and its connection to a home just a block away from one Spokane high school? You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
A historic day in Vatican City with the Cardinals electing Robert Prevost to be the next pope. That makes him the first American selected to lead the Catholic Church. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
And I'm Derek Dice. Catholics here in Spokane came together today to honor this new pope. Our Alexandra Cohen-Yards joins us live from the Cathedral of Our Lady of Lourdes. And Alexandra, you were there just moments after the news broke. What was the energy like?
That's right, Derek. It was very emotional. People coming out of this church might have had tears in their eyes, but they told me today is a happy day. Now, having an American leading the Catholic Church is historic, but priests here in Spokane tell me the real importance behind this is the mission of this new pope. Catholics in Spokane and around the globe celebrated following the selection of the first ever American pope.
In many ways, I kind of choked up when I first heard it.
For Father Robert Lyons, chaplain at Gonzaga University, it was seeing the face of Cardinal Cupich, a former bishop from the Diocese of Spokane at St. Peter's Square, that gave him faith in this new pope.
He had a smile on his face, a big smile. And I knew that, that they had made a decision that really touched the heart.
And hearts were touched from the start through Pope Leo XIV's first remarks. Peace be with you.
Several of his comments during his address had to do with that God loves you.
Father Darren Connell led the morning mass at Our Lady of Lourdes, during which he prayed for the cardinals in the Vatican City. By noon, they were able to use the words of Leo XIV, which to him are very welcomed.
I'm just very pleased with this particular choice, and I'm very hopeful for the future.
The new pope's initial address brought faith that he would continue Pope Francis's legacy of benevolence. His chosen name, Leo, further suggests this in honor of the 13th pope, who is known for his work against injustice.
And so he wants to continue that, as Pope Francis did.
Now, that was echoed by the people that I spoke with here today, and they tell me that they are hopeful for the future with this new pope because of his call on peace and solidarity. Reporting live, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
All right, we hope you're enjoying this nice weather because it's going to be even warmer tomorrow.
The big question is, will it stick around? Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your First Alert forecast.
And I will get to the answer to that question. Many of you might not like it later in the news. I want to revel first in some really pretty warm late spring weather. This is the view over downtown Spokane right now. We are going to see a fair amount of clouds moving through this evening, but unlike last night where we had a little bit of very light rain, only amounted to a trace in Spokane. These clouds are not bringing any moisture. They are just passing through and will actually clear out a little bit overnight. Our high temperatures today exactly average, but a 10-degree drop from yesterday. You probably felt that as you were walking around, maybe walking the dog or going for a jog today. It was a difference. 66 in Coeur d'Alene. In fact, most locations in eastern Washington and North Idaho were in the 60s, just a few 70s on the map. Tomorrow's another story. We take a jump more than 10 degrees, close to 80 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, and lots of 80s regionally as well as right around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 9 Mile, Meade, Spokane Valley, downtown, all making it into the 80s. And it will be warm on Saturday before we start to see those changes moving in. Meanwhile, hour by hour, your Friday forecast, 43 at 6 a.m. It's already going to be close to 70 by noon. Partly cloudy skies, light winds. I'll be back with your Mother's Day forecast and tell you about the needed rain on the way in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Chris. Hundreds of U.S. Forest Service workers in the Northwest have been cut by the Trump administration. Senator Patty Murray held a press conference today with local firefighters and foresters. 75% of U.S. Forest Service employees are trained to fight wildfires if needed. Senator Murray is worried we may not have enough qualified and trained firefighters because of federal cuts.
These jobs take training. They take a lot of work so that we have people in place who are capable of fighting these fires. You can't train on the ground at the minute, and you're certainly not going to recruit a bunch of volunteers.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, you'll hear how these cuts will affect local fire districts.
A Spokane man is in critical condition at Sacred Heart tonight, recovering from smoke inhalation following a house fire on the South Hill early this morning. It happened on 38th and Havana, just a few blocks south of Chase Middle School. According to the Spokane Fire Department, a husband and wife were in the house when that fire started. The woman was able to escape through a window, but her husband was stuck inside. Firefighters arrived within minutes and were able to rescue him. A dog was also found in the main living area, but despite firefighters' efforts to revive it, the dog died from smoke inhalation.
Things to know out of this, obviously smoke alarms. We talk keeping our doors closed. It's just so critically important. It gives you so much more time. Especially if you get the smoke alarms going off, it gives you that early warning.
Now, crews controlled the fire within 20 minutes, but the home sustained extensive damage. No word yet on what caused the fire. Well, a drug house is uncovered just around the corner from North Central High School.
Yeah, federal prosecutors say they seized enough fentanyl from Spokane streets to potentially kill over 200,000 people. And now 21 people are charged in this. Hunter Bertram shares more on the investigation and what tipped off investigators to that North Central property.
Operation North Cross, a 7-month-long federal investigation into Spokane's drug trafficking operations.
This is not simply a drug problem. It is a public safety emergency.
Investigators seizing so much fentanyl, it was
enough to kill the entire capacity of the Spokane arena twice.
16,000 fentanyl pills, nearly 6 pounds of fentanyl powder, 14 pounds of methamphetamine, and a kilogram of heroin, all pulled from Spokane streets. 36 illegal firearms as well.
And today's charges represent a significant step in addressing that emergency.
21 people are charged with dozens of federal offenses from 15 separate indictments. This investigation targeted Division Street downtown, which investigators are saying has become nothing less than an open-air drug market.
And this takedown sends a message that we will not tolerate those who threaten the safety and well-being of our communities.
This building near North Central High School, where students walk by every day. Federal prosecutors call a danger to the community and are working to seize it.
And at this property on Maxwell, federal court documents reveal that there were 58 calls for services between January of 2024 to January of 2025. That's 911 calls, and 2 of those 911 calls were for bodies that were found at the property.
Properties like this are not just crime scenes. They drain public safety resources that we desperately need to serve the broader community.
A man going in and out of the building today said this when I asked about the alleged drug trafficking.
I haven't seen any drug trafficking since I've been here, but like I said, I don't live here, I'm visiting.
As for how this major drug bust was tipped off,
there's multiple sources of information that we're able to take and glean from and able to put together to build an operation.
In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
And these drugs aren't just falling into the hands of adults.
This year alone, we've reported on multiple cases of kids accidentally getting their hands on fentanyl and overdosing.
With more fentanyl in the community, you're seeing more exposure to children.
We'll show you what the Spokane Valley City Council is doing to try and keep kids safe and hold parents and caregivers responsible.
In the last 5 years, it's been more than a 300% increase in overdose deaths.
Plus, we'll introduce you to the Spokane medical examiner who's seeing the impact of our opioid crisis firsthand, why she says no one is truly safe. Next on 4 News Now.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
The new spring inventory is rolling in this week at Findlay Downtown Toyota. And that means it's a great time to spend your summer in a new Toyota. Whether you're pulling the boat with the new truck or taking a road trip in a cool 4Runner, Findlay has the perfect Toyota for you. It's simple. If you're looking for bigger savings, a better selection to choose from, and the best financing available now, You can find it all this week at Finley.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, June 3rd through 7th. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Huh, never a doubt. See our great selection of Tundras with backup assist technology and other advanced features at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
For over 90 years, the McVeigh Brothers family has been installing the very best in roofing, siding, and windows, made for the Inland Northwest. Last year, our 6000 Series Coeur d'Alene windows earned the 2024 Energy Star Most Efficient Award, beating some manufacturers by 20%. So this week, we're celebrating by matching your energy rebate. Ask about our current rebate offers for each window sold. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Attention! Save up to 50% at the Hot Tub and Swim Spa tent sale this weekend at Spokane Valley Mall. Don't put off buying any longer. You can have a hot tub now. Over 50 models on display. Every floor model must go. Come see revolutionary swim spas that can heat or chill the water. Bad credit, no problem. 100% in-house financing, no turndowns. Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa blowout sale this weekend at Spokane Valley Mall. Call 1-833-OUR-SPAS or go to discountspas.com.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
Fentanyl kills. About 1 person a day dies in the Spokane area of an overdose involving fentanyl.
And one woman oversees each of the investigations into those deaths. 4 News Now's Robin Nance spoke with Dr. Veena Singh and found out why she's worried for Spokane.
The cold, sterile hallways, exam rooms, and autopsy tables are a stark contrast to the warm, welcoming demeanor of the woman at the helm of the Spokane County Medical Examiner's Office.
I guess. right. So,
Veena Singh is a doctor, a surgeon, who also has a master's degree in public health. She's an investigator who, as the medical examiner, thrives on getting answers and finding the missing links.
The public health side of me is just fascinated by everything that can be gleaned by an individual deceased person, and then looking at patterns of what is killing people or what are people dying of in a community.
And what people are dying from at an alarming rate is fentanyl.
Fentanyl particularly is very potent.
According to the Drug Enforcement Administration, fentanyl is 50 times more powerful than heroin and is similar to morphine, but about 100 times more potent. A tiny amount, even as small as 5 to 7 grains of salt, can kill, and quickly.
All of these effects can happen so suddenly people just drop where they are and die.
Dr. Singh compiled and presented her findings of fentanyl overdose deaths to county leaders, and the statistics were eye-opening.
In the last 5 years, it's been more than a 300% increase in overdose deaths, right? That's just deaths, and I don't really have access to the data of people overdosing and surviving. This is just purely just the number of people who are dying in our community.
Those statistics don't include people who are involved in drownings, car crashes, or other incidents where drugs were factors, just overdoses. And we do know in Spokane there are about 5 times more drug-related deaths than motor vehicle fatalities and 4 times as many as gunshot wound deaths. Overdose deaths don't just happen here on the streets of downtown Spokane. The majority happen in apartments and homes and affect people of all ages.
Infants and toddlers, all the way up to, I think, 77 or 78 is our oldest person.
Singh says the danger is compounded by the unpredictable nature of street drugs containing fentanyl. She rarely encounters cases where fentanyl is the only substance present. Instead, it's typically mixed with various other drugs and fillers.
Fentanyl and cocaine and maybe some caffeine and also some talcum powder.
I asked Dr. Singh about Narcan. She says while it's been a game changer in reviving people overdosing, it's a Band-Aid and may give people a false sense of security, one that fentanyl is bound to beat.
I think we used to probably tell people like, oh, don't use drugs because you might get hooked on them. I don't think we have that leeway anymore because even the first dose can be the one that is lethal.
In Spokane, Robin Nance, 4 News Now.
And Dr. Singh believes we need to address the root of addiction, mental health issues.
What may be a start, a collaboration between Spokane and Spokane County. According to the city, they are working on investing with the help of opioid settlement money in more behavioral health services and treatment programs. If you or someone you know needs help with an opioid addiction, see our website for a link to the Spokane Regional Health District's opioid treatment program.
Well, law enforcement in Spokane Valley is asking for more support when it comes to protecting the youngest victims of the fentanyl crisis.
Mary Sheridan shares more about a potential ordinance that police hope will deter future overdoses.
It's very possible for a child to die from this exposure, so we take them very seriously in Spokane Valley, and our response shows that.
Already in 2025, children as young as 2 and 3 have had to be rushed to the hospital after ingesting fentanyl, drugs thought to be hidden by a parent or caregiver.
This is something that is affecting, some of our most vulnerable population, our toddlers here in Spokane Valley, and these are the people they most want to protect.
Right now in Washington state, drugs like fentanyl and other opioids are not grounds for felony of child endangerment. A proposal to add fentanyl to the endangerment charge already failed in Olympia this year, despite its role in a growing number of overdose deaths. In 2024, 350 overdose deaths were recorded in Spokane County. 78% involved fentanyl. Chief Ellis notes that no age is safe from this growing trend.
With more fentanyl in the community, you're seeing more exposure to children.
On Tuesday, he and Lieutenant Keene from the Spokane Valley Police Department brought this up at a Spokane Valley City Council meeting.
This is something that Council asked for and asked us to bring forward, as they certainly have a vested interest in making sure this community is safe.
The council plans to revisit the issue and potentially consider citywide legislation to deter this drug exposure.
An additional tool in our toolbox when we're dealing and responding to these types of situations that we have that we can use to hold people accountable and hopefully discourage it from occurring in the future.
Ultimately, Chief Ellis told me that this issue needs to remain relevant, whether that's advocating for change at the state level next year or implementing a Spokane Valley-specific ordinance that categorizes fentanyl as a gross misdemeanor. Reporting in Spokane Valley, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
4 things to know about your weather. Much warmer on Friday, more than 10 degrees warmer than today with a mix of sun and clouds. Dry, warm on Saturday, and then some more dramatic changes starting on Mother's Day. I'll take a close look after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The Medellin Falls Bigfoot Festival returns in June. Go to mfbigfoot.com.
It's the Spring Tune-Up event at Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where we are giving away $600 of free upgrades with every vehicle sold, like custom grills, light bars, and wheels. So you can customize your ride this week in Cal.
Mamma Mia, the original record-breaking Broadway production returns. Celebrate the 25th anniversary of the most exhilarating smash hit musical ever. Coming to First Interstate Center for the Arts June 17th through 22nd. Get tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Eric Church, Free the Machine Tour. Live at Spokane Arena, Saturday, October 25th. One epic night of music that you won't want to miss. With special guest, Charles Wesley Godwin. Get tickets Friday, May 9th at 10 a.m. at ticketswest.com. His new album, Evangeline vs. the Machine, is out now. For more, visit ericchurch.com.
What can we make for you today? From the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning,
I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. Finally, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me this.
Good Feet arch supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
All right, we might have been talking about a little bit of golf during the commercial
We
break there.
certainly were.
I actually have a tea time tomorrow morning.
Oh,
so
nice.
You're going to be okay?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yes. You're going to be in just fantastic shape. My golf game we were talking about will not. But let's talk about a little bit of rain we got last night. I frequently say, just enough rain to ruin a car wash, and I just wanted to show you my car as of this morning. That's what I'm talking about. We had a few sprinkles at my house last night, just enough to knock the pollen out of the air and ruin my car wash. And it was sparkling clean before this happened. By the way, I do keep a clean car. Just a trace of precipitation from the system that came through last night. Picked up our winds for a blink and then it was gone. As you can see, year to date, we are running more than an inch below average, and I don't think we're gonna get anywhere near catching up to where we should be. This is our percent of usual rain over the past 30 days, and this graphic just gets worse and worse. 1% of average in Wenatchee, 4% in Grand Coulee, 2% in Winthrop. We're at 13% in Spokane, quite a bit better in North Idaho. Coeur d'Alene, well, 30% of average. That's not saying much. Bonners Ferry is about the only place that gets an A. If this were a report card, we would all be getting an F. Meanwhile, let's take a look now at our live conditions. We have a fair amount of clouds moving through Spokane right now, but they are just passing through. No precipitation coming out of them. It's 64 after a high today of 65. It is 65 currently in Coeur d'Alene. We are going to see a huge jump in our temperatures from 65 today to 79 tomorrow, almost 80 degrees, a little bit cooler and cloudier Saturday, and then we start to drop. We'll be below average for Monday, Tuesday, and even Wednesday and Thursday, even though our temperatures do start to moderate a little bit. This white line right here is our average high. Here's what's going on, tracking our weather pattern. We have this area of low pressure that is going to be dropping out of the Gulf of Alaska, and here's Saturday at 6 o'clock, still dry, and that is going to start to bring in some wet weather as we get into Sunday, and that will continue to work its way inland and give us a chance of showers and possible thunderstorms through Monday. The amount of precipitation that we're getting, here's 8 a.m. Sunday, hundredths of an inch in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but getting quite a bit more from Pullman, St. Mary's, and Kellogg. We could end up with a little over a tenth of an inch by Sunday night. Your planning forecast, we've got a chance of thunderstorms Mother's Day as well as Monday. Showers on Tuesday, but really nice for the next couple of days, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. When your kid starts driving, it can be nerve-wracking to hand over your keys.
But allowing them to drive the family car could be putting them at risk. Coming up, why a new study says the age of the car matters just as much as the age of the driver.
Plus, a push to stop reckless motorcycle riding will show you how Washington State Patrol is cracking down from the ground and from the air to keep you and your family safe.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
With local utility rebates and massive tax credits available, it's now possible to upgrade to a heat pump for less than a traditional air conditioner. Heat pumps are far more efficient than air conditioners when it comes to heating and cooling your home. Get year-round comfort with higher efficiency, all while lowering your monthly utility bills. So don't be fooled into buying outdated air conditioning technology. Upgrade to a heat pump, the smart choice for smart homeowners. Call Bill's Heating and AC today for your free estimate.
Lindor, Swanson.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu has such a stacked lineup, it calls for a
trade proposal.
My s'mores for your mixing bowl mashup.
You got a deal.
Trade up to the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. With new Mixing Bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores, nothing says summer like baseball and our new Summer Blizzard menu.
You drive a hard bargain, kid.
Right now with DQ.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Get ready for the concert event of the summer.
On the road again.
Catch Willie Nelson and family. Bob Dylan. Billy Strings. And more at the Outlaw Music Festival's 10th anniversary tour, May 22nd, One Spokane Stadium. Get access to preferred tickets with your city card. For tickets and more, go to ticketswest.com or outlawmusicfestival.com.
Champions of Magic is back with an explosive all-new show featuring thrilling and mind-bending illusions sure to entertain the entire family. The world's only team of illusionists present an interactive, high-energy production unlike anything you've seen before. Get your tickets to North America's biggest touring illusion show, Champions of Magic.
In Spokane, May 17th. Tickets on sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
The future of comfort is here. Cube, exclusively at Walker's Furniture. No more sinking, overheating, or waking up sore. Cube takes what works and adds revolutionary gel cubes for support exactly where you need it.
Are you moving? Make it easy with Dan the Moving Man. Reliable, efficient, and stress-free. Dan is your locally owned, trusted household and piano moving partner. Visit danthemovingmanwa.com for your free quotes today.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates.
Welcome back. Several laws that prohibit camping on public property and keep the sidewalks, streets, and parks clean and clear for you and your family could be going away. In their place would be a new law the city says would be easier to enforce.
Madeline Mullins spoke with the police department today and has more on why they think this proposed ordinance will make the streets safer.
When it came to enforcing the 3 different laws surrounding unlawful camping or sit and lie, the Spokane Police Department says it could get complicated.
There was different restrictions downtown than there were, say, up in Northeast Spokane or Northwest or South Spokane.
With this proposed ordinance, these laws would be combined, setting the same restrictions citywide.
Instead of having sub-ordinances where we would cite an individual or enforcement would be to a community court or just a citation, this now, there's no restrictions.
Enforcement will be the same citywide as well. If an individual is camping in a public area, they will be given 7 days to move before referred to community court. And within those 7 days, they will be offered help to find a more stable place to be.
Whether it be mental health, whether it be drug-related, medical, get that taken care of. And what we can do with this is it allows outreach partners to come in and get them connected so that they don't have to live on the streets if they don't choose to do that.
And while homeless advocates worry that this law makes it illegal to be homeless while not providing enough places for these people to go,
we create laws with no infrastructure to support those laws, and then they don't work. So there has to be a place where we are not arresting people for existing.
They say it is a step in the right direction.
There are a lot of things in this ordinance that would make it easier for people experiencing homelessness.
And this proposed ordinance is just one of 3 a part of the city's Home Starts Here initiative, a plan that hopes to tackle problems that contribute to homelessness. And if you'd like to learn more about that initiative, you can find that on our website at kxly.com. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, graffiti and vandalism are on the rise in Spokane's parks.
Coming up, how a proposed levy could increase security and help keep the places your kids play safe and clean.
Motorcycles flying through Spokane at 100 miles an hour. Coming up, how state troopers are stepping up their game to stop it. Next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Canopy Village is a safe haven for children in North Idaho. The nonprofit supports families in crisis, restoring trust and building a more compassionate community.
On Friday, May 30th, for every drink purchased at Jitters locations, Numerica will donate $1 to Canopy Village, up to $15,000.
Numerica's Coffee for a Cause Day helps provide safety and stability for families.
Buy a cup of coffee to help the children at Canopy's Village.
Cheers!
This is how Numerica cares for kids.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain, vision changes, or blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma or other medicines without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
New York City's hottest hits are landing right here in Spokane. Join SDCU Best of Broadway, live at First Interstate Center for the Arts. It's lights up on a thrilling new season. Moulin Rouge, the musical, The Notebook, Back to the Future, Some Like It Hot, and the epic return of Disney's The Lion King. You just have to be there. Get your season tickets and get swept away at shows.broadwayspokane.com.
Next, E.T.
She's probably in Texas.
But only we're in Nashville for our Blake Shelton exclusive.
Gwen could have her wish. We'd be the new Partridge Family going out with a TV show.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
This week on GMA, it's time to celebrate moms.
Love it.
And tomorrow, the mother of all surprises is on when we pop up and surprise one deserving mom with the biggest breakfast in bed ever on GMA.
Oh my gosh.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
After 2 days of voting in Vatican City, the first ever American Pope has been elected. The new Pope, Robert Prevost, will be known as Pope Leo XIV.
This breaks a long taboo against a pope being from the U.S. ABC's Patrick Reevell has more.
Cheers from the crowd below as Pope Leo XIV made his first appearance on the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. Moments before the announcement in Latin that we have a new pope.
Habemus Papam.
Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost of Chicago, elected to be the 267th Pope. White smoke rising above the Sistine Chapel this afternoon, signaling that on the second day of the conclave, the cardinals reached that 2/3 majority necessary to select the new Pope. The crowd behind me has been cheering, going jubilant, just celebrating. You can hear them roaring behind me now, applauding and cheering. You can hear the bells of St. Peter's Basilica chiming. That means we do have a Pope. The world has a new Pope. Today, the 69-year-old wearing his papal vestments, addressing the faithful for the first time as Pope, delivering his first blessing and saying, "Peace be with you."
La pace sia con voi.
Emphasizing peace several times. He also mentioned Pope Francis twice, saying he wants to pick up where he left off. The selection making history. He will be the first pontiff from the United States.
Again, to have the Pope from the United States of America, that's a great honor.
There's been a long taboo on naming an American Pope, given the geopolitical power already wielded by the United States.
He has been described as the least American of the Americans.
Pope Francis brought Prevost to the Vatican in 2023 to head the office that vets bishop nominations from around the world. One of the most important jobs in the Catholic Church. People in the crowd waving flags, a young girl brought to tears, others feeling lucky they were there to witness history.
So unbelievable that I'm here right now. I'm here for one day only, and I have the opportunity to be something that's part of world history.
A huge moment, people here still digesting it, but for the first time in its 2,000-year history, the Catholic Church will be led by an American. Patrick Reevell, ABC News, Vatican City.
Oh, let's send it now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
We have a few clouds streaming through the region right now. Here's a look at our satellite and radar. They're not producing any precipitation, but they will be helping to keep our temperatures a little bit warmer this evening. And as we get into the overnight, we should be staying well above freezing across the region. Our forecast radar shows those clouds will be clearing out later tonight, but there are more on the way. We may start off Friday with some sunshine, and then there comes some more clouds by Friday evening. Again, staying dry across the region for Friday, but that is going to change partway through the weekend. Despite the clouds, temperatures tomorrow will be climbing into the upper 70s and 80s around the area. That is more than 10 degrees above our average high of 65. We'll start the day off at 45 at 7 o'clock after a morning low of 40. Heading up to the near 80-degree mark in Spokane. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast. Plus, I'm looking out 8 to 14 days, hoping for some rain. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Chris, thank you. No one wants to see vandalism and graffiti while out enjoying a park. But Spokane Parks and Rec says it's seeing more of it lately, especially in and around Riverfront Park. This kind of damage usually goes up when the weather warms up, but a park ranger says this year it's even worse.
Yeah, right now just 4 full-time park rangers and a handful of seasonal rangers are trying to keep up with it all. But if a $240 million parks levy passes in November, that number could grow. Marissa Rios shows us how adding more rangers could keep you and your family safe.
Right now I'm at Place of Truths Plaza, where one park ranger tells me they spend most of their time. I want you to take a look at what they are dealing with. Vandalism covers the wall, and this is where someone started a bench on fire. But with limited staff, that park ranger says right now they really only have time to be reactive rather than proactive.
Well, there's graffiti, vandalism. That's been an issue for us on a daily basis.
This is the current situation our park rangers are dealing with. As I followed the park ranger supervisor today, he said he and his team spend their time patrolling the park and the nearby areas, talking with people and addressing issues when they come up.
If there's a lot of people over here utilizing drug paraphernalia, things like that, we'll come over, take the enforcement side of things, and then that allows our maintenance staff to work and not be concerned about being exposed to that type of stuff.
Jacob Vandenberg and his partner showed me all of the graffiti at Place of Truths Plaza and a few areas where people have recently started fires. They even caught a man trespassing behind one of the gates. This area and Riverfront Park is where the rangers are centered, but can be dispatched to another park if needed. With limited staff, though, the park rangers are spread thin. That's where the Together Spokane Parks levy could help.
We'll be able to more than double that capacity around our park ranger program and have what we have in Riverfront Park around our 4 full-time park rangers. We can have that as a precinct model in the Northwest, Northeast, downtown, and also the South Hill.
Parks and Rec says cleaning up all of this vandalism costs a lot of money.
You know, that is more than $100,000 that we can't invest into improvements, right?
The hope is that by adding more rangers, this type of bad behavior can be stopped before it even happens. This will not only help keep our neighborhood parks clean, but it will also hopefully keep your family safer. In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, with the weather warming up, you're going to be driving alongside more motorcycles on the open road. So far, 2 riders have died in crashes this year in Spokane County.
Washington State Patrol is cracking down on reckless drivers as part of a long-term mission to bring the number of motorcycle deaths to 0. Our Jordan Smith shows us the eye in the sky police are using to crack down on street racers and one rider's message to stay safe this summer.
There's been an uptick in reports of motorcycles street racing in North Spokane. Some reports of speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour.
Unfortunately, our bodies cannot take those kind of collisions.
Those riders are threatening Sergeant Greg Riddell's mission of ensuring every rider on the road returns back home.
Something drastic's going to happen. You know, you may get away with it multiple times, but something's going to catch up. Either you're going to get in a collision or you're going to get caught by us.
WSP is deploying more patrol units on the ground, and up above, its aircraft Smokey will circle the skies. It's an excellent resource for tracking reckless drivers and coordinating with police down below.
That vehicle right in front of you there. That's the vehicle right in front of you.
And if you're caught, potential penalties include reckless driving charges, your bike being impounded, and potentially spending some time in jail. And that's assuming no one gets hurt.
A vehicular assault or a vehicular homicide if there's a collision.
But like anything, don't let a few bad apples spoil the whole batch. There are plenty of responsible riders out there on the road, including the owner of this bike, who's seen firsthand the impacts that these types of crashes can have.
I've been around some people that have had some accidents. I've been with people who haven't been able to walk away from it, and I've been around people who have thankfully been able to walk away from it.
For Nick Hayes, hitting the open road is a family tradition.
and safety is paramount in that tradition.
But they've all got pads and leather spots so that if there's a slide, I'm good. I've got full gloves, and I also always have some kind of leg and foot protection.
He also sports a bright helmet and multicolored gear to ensure that he can be seen by drivers, though he rides as if drivers don't.
So I'm just always trying to protect my space and make sure that I'm in the safest spot possible.
His message for you, look twice and leave plenty of space.
Even if they don't take up a full lane, they should still be allotted the same amount of space as a car.
For 4 News Now, I'm Jordan Smith.
Well, collisions are the leading cause of death for teenagers, and motor vehicle crashes top that list. That's according to the CDC. Researchers say teens behind the wheel of vehicles older than 15 years face a 31% higher risk of dying in a crash compared to those in newer cars. Many parents hand down older vehicles to their new drivers, but experts say that could increase their risk.
Drivers that is 15 to 18 years old will more likely than middle-aged drivers that is 31 to 55 years old to drive a vehicle that is older than 15 years.
Experts recommend parents choose the safest vehicle possible for their teens, prioritize regular maintenance, and look for cars with driver assistance technology when possible. They also say it's important to teach teens about the dangers of risky driving.
All right, the Spokane Chiefs are off to a place they haven't been since 2008. We're talking about the WHL Championship.
And they got there because they won the Western Conference, obviously now earning their way to that championship series. But hoisting another trophy is not going to come easy. We're going to hear what the players say they have to do for a chance to beat the Medicine Hat Tigers on the road. That's coming up next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
ABC News, honored for excellence with 41 Emmy nominations, the most of any news organization anywhere. Thank you for making ABC News America's #1 news.
Jorge has always put the ones he loves first. But when it comes to caring for his teeth, he's let his own maintenance take a back seat. Well, maybe it's time to shift gears on that. Aspen Dental has complete, affordable care all under one roof. Plus, free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance and 20% off treatment plans for everyone. Making it easier to get started with quality care. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
Residential Home Solutions is excited to announce our Win 25 and 25. This spring, you have a chance to win $25,000 in new windows and entry doors installed by our truly local company. To qualify, you must meet the following: be a homeowner and live in our region. No purchase is necessary to enter, and we provide free estimates to show what you could win. Go to residentialhs.com to enter or call 509-892-6460. Win 25 and 25 with Residential Home Solutions. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
For over 25 years, Dr. Arvind Chaudhry and Summit Cancer Centers has remained true to 3 core values. 25 years of coming together to develop the most complete and personalized treatment plans available. 25 years of providing the most advanced treatments and non-invasive radiosurgery in the country. 25 years of taking you on a healing journey from diagnosis to recovery.
And we are not stopping there. We will continue to offer the most comprehensive cancer treatment in the Northwest.
Summit Cancer Centers, integrated, innovative, inspired.
Here at Coeur d'Alene Honda, we're more than just a car dealership. We're family. For the past 53 years, we've been proudly serving our community.
We offer the best vehicles with a nationwide lifetime warranty.
From coast to coast, we've got you covered.
Whether you're looking for an affordable used car, we're looking to upgrade to a new Honda. We're here to make the process simple and stress-free.
It's not just about selling cars.
We give back to local charities and support our community.
And don't forget about our lifetime warranty. Beep, beep.
Olympic gymnast Jordan Chiles this morning. She opens up about the emotional and verbal abuse she suffered from a former coach and her Olympic experience this morning on GMA.
Well, we are just 24 hours away from the start of the WHL Championship Series.
Your Western Conference champs, the Spokane Chiefs, are taking on the Eastern Conference champs, the Medicine Hat Tigers, tomorrow on the road. Sydney Berger joins us in studio now for what the players say they need to clean up before Game 1.
Well, the Chiefs saw this Medicine Hat team just once in the regular season, and now that the focus has turned to the Tigers this past week, the Chiefs say they've got a good idea on how to handle these Eastern Conference champions. Spokane and Medicine Hat are similar in the way their offense is always coming out hot, especially in the playoffs, slinging as many shots as possible towards the goal. The Chiefs have the mighty trio of Berkeley Catton, Shea Van Olm, and Andrew Crystal to handle the goal scoring, but it's going to be up to guys like Braden Crampton for how the team can come out stronger.
It's going to be a fast-paced series. We're expecting that. Both skilled teams that can score goals, but the defensive end of our game's got to be better, and it will be. Going back to that game in January, I thought we played really good up until the third, and it's got to be a full 60 every single game we play against them, so we got to bring it.
The first game of the series is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Both games 1 and 2 are in Alberta before heading to Spokane for games 3 and 4. Well, just less than a month since former Gonzaga forward Yvonne Ejim was selected by the Indiana Fever, she was released from the team. The WNBA teams are required to trim their rosters to 12 players before May 15th, with the regular season opening on the 16th. In her final season at Gonzaga, the Zags legend averaged over 20 points and 9.3 rebounds per game. The Calgary native also represented Team Canada at the Paris Olympics, so we're wishing her the best in the next step in her journey. Today, Washington State football announced 2 transfer portal signees that both happen to be additions to the quarterback room. Julian Duggar comes from Pitt. He redshirted last year, so has 4 years of eligibility remaining. And the Cougs also grabbed a Johnny Shepard from the portal. He's coming from Rutgers as a redshirt sophomore. Those 2 join Zevi Eckhouse and Jackson Potter, along with 2 freshmen to fight for a starting role. And although it seems like the job is Eckhouse's, head coach Jimmy Rogers said at the conclusion of spring camp that the job isn't just handed to Zevi, and there's still expected to be some competition for the man under center for the Cougs this season. 9 straight series wins. That's the most consecutive series wins since 2001 for the Seattle Mariners. Right now, the M's are the hottest team in baseball. They're having their best start to a season in over 20 years. They're welcoming in the Blue Jays for a big homestand at T-Mobile Park starting tomorrow. It's a series they've already won, taking 2 of those 3 games against Toronto just a few weeks ago. Those wins helping the M's reach the top of the AL West standings, 3 games ahead of the A's. 2 teams we are just not used to seeing in the top of the division standings when it comes to the end of the season. So hopefully this is a different Mariners team that decides to, see things all the way through. Spokane Indians underway against the Vancouver Canadians just got going with the help of our very own Natalie Grant throwing the first pitch. I'm not there to be there. I'm going to head over there, but she did text me and say, in fact, that it was right down the middle.
Yes.
Of course it was.
Her quote.
Of course. Well, I want to see it, but I believe it.
I know. We're going to catch it later for Nightside. I got the video. Don't worry.
All right. Sydney, thank you so much. Well, around the nation now, the Federal Reserve once again decided to not lower interest rates this week.
It is not necessarily a bad thing, since there are ways that you can make interest rates work for you. Experts at Bankrate say one thing you can do is move your money into a federally insured online high-yield savings account.
Many of them are available nationwide with low or no minimum deposit, and they offer very competitive yields that right now are above 4%, above the rate of inflation.
All bank savings rates will fall if the Fed lowers its benchmark rate later this year. So getting that 4+% now instead of the 0.1% offered by most in-person banks is crucial.
4 things to know about your weather. Much warmer weather on Friday. Our temperature is going to jump almost 15 degrees. A mix of sun and clouds tomorrow as well as Saturday. Saturday is going to be dry and warm. And then the changes start Sunday. I will have your 7-day forecast, plus looking out 8 to 14 days after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning. So you're looking for something to do? We got you. Want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you wanna do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Go to Lake Casino. At the Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
When we first found out that Claire had Down syndrome, it was through a genetic screening. I think once we went to Joya and saw how much life was that, Joya? How much excitement, how much caring and kindness. It was one of those things that kind of put our minds at peace. Joya is really good about helping us push her in ways that she thinks is fun and that are age appropriate. Our goal for Claire is to be included in every classroom with her typical peers.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
If you'd like to improve your sleep, you're going to love the Sit, Sleep, and Relax sale at Walker's Furniture, where the Memorial Day savings are starting early on Beautyrest, Serta, and over 40 more styles of the best name brand mattresses. This is your moment to sleep better and pay less. Plus, special 5 years financing is available with no money down, so you can wake up feeling refreshed and pay over time. And you can get up to $300 of additional free furniture with select sets sold this week at Walker's.
So you've been thinking about upgrading your air conditioner for a while now. But with tariffs right around the corner, that waiting could cost you big time. Fortunately, Bill's Heating and AC planned ahead and stocked our warehouse full of pre-tariff air conditioners. Same comfort, same quality, without the coming price hike. But this equipment won't last long, so don't wait until prices go up. Take advantage of pre-tariff pricing and our lowest price guarantee. Call Bill's Heating and AC today and lock in comfort before comfort costs more.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Brainstorm at KXLY.com.
Well, you don't have to go to Yellowstone National Park to see buffalo. Instead, you can drive about 50 miles north of Spokane to the Kalispell Reservation and see them right there. This is the story we first brought you this morning on Good Morning Northwest. It is calving season right now, so you may be lucky enough to see some baby buffalo roaming around. For the tribe, it's an important time of the year.
Buffalo is important to the tribe because it's almost like symbolic. You know, you see the buffalo, you see that herd getting strong. It's kind of a sign that we're doing good, and it's part of just like our revitalization as a tribe.
And the tribe invites everyone to visit their powwow grounds to see the buffalo and to learn about when it'll offer you a chance to get a taste of buffalo. You can find this story on KXLY.com.
So neat,
Yeah,
so special
pretty
to this
cool to
region.
see it, like in a big group like that, too.
Absolutely, yes, worth the drive. It's beautiful out in that area as well. Everything is early this season. I don't know if you've noticed that at your house with the blooming trees. I'm hearing it all the time, and I wanted to first of all share this photo from my morning walk. The first lilacs in my neighborhood. I know you may have had them earlier, but this is early from for my neighborhood to have lilacs blooming by about, gosh, at least a week and a half, because I know there have been many times where the lilac festival is happening and the lilacs haven't even shown up, and that is still 2 weeks away at least. So what a welcome thing. We've had such a warm, dry spring, though. We do need some cooler, wetter weather. Clouds passing through downtown right now, but they are not going to be around long, and they're not producing anything. A little bit different story as we face to the east, blue skies over the Veterans Memorial Bridge, but these clouds will be on their way into Coeur d'Alene and then through the rest of the region as they make their way east. Our high temperature today actually topped out at 65, not 64. Forgive the typo. 65 is our average high. We were exactly average after a warm start at 46. Sunset tonight is at 8:12. Still more than an hour to enjoy this nice weather, and with enough clearing of those clouds, should be a pretty sunset. Our high temperature trend over the next 7 days, we are going to be, this is our average high way down here at 65. We're going to be up at 79 tomorrow, a little bit cooler with some clouds on Saturday, and then Mother's Day we're right about average, and then we drop below through the rest of the 7-day forecast in the lower 60s and mid 60s. For the first time this week, our temperature trend going out 8 to 14 days has us in the gray. So Not below, not above, just about average, at least nothing to indicate we're going to have temperatures that are below or above average. Precipitation, kind of bummed to see we're out of the green because we do need that precipitation, but we do have the chance to get some in the 7-day forecast. Starting on Mother's Day, a chance of showers, possibly some thunderstorms, mainly over the higher terrain, 66. The best chance of rain coming on Monday, lingering showers on Tuesday, and then we start drying out and maybe staying dry then through the next weekend. We are going to be really working on that Mother's Day forecast so we can pinpoint that precipitation as closely as possible for your Mother's Day plans. But right now, I cannot rule out at least a chance of showers at any portion of the day. So stay tuned for updates on Mother's Day, Kirsten, and maybe make some indoor plans too.
Yeah, our pool plans may need to change. All right, thank you, Chris. Before we go to break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. You expect more from your morning news. Good Morning Northwest delivers.
The scammer is posing as law enforcement.
Breaking news.
Immediate evacuation order.
A forecast that helps you plan your day.
Breezy today.
You expect more in the mornings. Good Morning Northwest delivers.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6,000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now, when you purchase a 6,000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate based on current utility rebates. Plus, give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
With a P1FCU Ascend checking account, you get more than great dividends. Imagine having an entire branch in your pocket. Who needs a checkbook when you have a digital wallet? The only thing I check these days are my dividends.
Earn 3.5% APY. Access your account anytime, anywhere. Simplify your life and start earning more with Ascend checking. Get yours today at p1fcu.org/ascend.
If you're looking for an everyday truck like the Tacoma,
or something a bit bigger, like the Tundra, Colville Toyota has the truck to meet your needs.
both the Tundra and Tacoma are built to last and provide unbeatable performance in their class.
Loaded with the latest tech, with adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning, these trucks are designed to get you safely to your destination.
Come test drive a Tacoma and Tundra today at Colville Toyota, your small town dealership with a big heart.
Is it time to update your living spaces? Don't overspend at the big box store. Come see us at Consign Furniture. We have the largest selection of like-new consignment furniture in Liberty Lake. No long wait times on couches to dining sets, rugs, and more. And our team will deliver today. Inventory moves fast. Check us out online or stop by today.
Consign Furniture. It's the easy way to sell, smart way to buy.
Your name is Xavier Collins.
Yes.
You have 2 children.
Yes.
You were the last person to see the president alive. Did you kill him?
He was trying to warn me.
The president did something you don't know about.
Agent Collins, you're the only one I really trust.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, are you looking for a vacation that won't break the bank? Discover why camping is rising in popularity and the tips experts have for planning your first trip.
You have not been camper shopping with my husband. It's gonna, speaking of breaking the bank, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s for the next couple of days. Then we have some changes.
But enjoy them while we have them. And keep an eye, you said. Things could change again.
I'm trying to make them change, yes.
She'll keep working on it, we promise. We'll see you tonight at 11.